Alright, this is going to be an uncut video. I messed up the word uncut already, but it's fine. We've discussed already about how to approach any cute girl in public without being creepy, which is obviously the beginner steps, like to just do your first approaches and to feel comfortable enough to just walk up to a random woman and say hi, have a conversation for 2-3 minutes and then ask for her Instagram. But today, what I'm going to say is mostly for more advanced people. By the way, I'm going uphill, so I'll be tired, but it's fine. We will discuss about Instadates. Basically, how to approach a random woman during the daytime or in nighttime, doesn't matter, and go on a date immediately at that exact time with her. I'll also share some personal stories. And first of all, the most important thing is to obviously do your approach, show intentions in the first place. This is something that you should never want to miss, because you don't want just to like randomly waste time and basically waste 1 hour dating her and in the end she's like, no, I have a boyfriend or something, which many similar things to this have happened to me in the past, and I always like felt so stupid when these things were happening. So the first thing that you should do is same way that you would just like normally do your approach. In the end, after the 5 minutes, you ask for her Instagram, and this is a crucial point, since it's what will show the difference, and you will basically is a great indicator of interest, like to realize if she does like you or no. Because if she just says no, I will not give you my Instagram, then you should never have done any instant dates with her in the first place. So that's why we use the IG exchange as the first indicator of interest from her side. Once she gives you the IG, and by the way, don't say, this is important as well, don't say like, okay, let's exchange IG because I have to go, something like this, which usually we do it. But instead of saying this, you just say, okay, let me find you, let me add you on IG. And while you exchange and she gives it to you, then you keep the conversation going, and you ask her like basically, what are you up to right now? Or if you've already discussed about it, you just rephrase it and say it again. So you told me that you're outside shopping, or what exactly are you doing? And she'll state what she's about to do now. And it's extremely important as well to listen to what she says, and basically you get her logistics at that exact moment. So if she says that she has like a class in 10 minutes to attend, then it's not the ideal scenario to have an Insta date. But if she says, I'm just like walking alone, or I'm solo traveling here, like these things are gold. Like, no, I'm just going out for a walk to relax. Or if she says like, I'm solo traveling and I'm just exploring, then it's by far the best thing to just suggest the Insta date. So first you get her logistics. And why am I saying get her logistics? The reason is that you should never just do an Insta date just for the sake of doing a rapport date. If there is no actual plan to pull her back home, or to basically, is Athens, basically move things forward as a normal date, as you would on a normal date, then you should never go for the Insta date. Maybe if you're like a beginner, you can test things. Obviously, like on your first 2-3 Insta dates, it doesn't even matter what you're going to do. You just it's your first Insta date, so just do whatever you want. But if we're talking about advanced game, and this is what I'm talking about now, you shouldn't do Insta dates if you're not sure that from your side you are ready to pull. So you've already figured out your logistics, where you're going to pull, whether that's your house or a toilet next by, or in the mountain, like next to the trees. I don't care, but you just should have a plan that you're able to execute and basically make things happen. So as I said, you exchange the IG and you ask her like, what are you up to now? She says, and then you state as well that, oh yeah, I just finished my walk, I just finished my gym, I was I was doing nothing as well. Let's go for a quick coffee together or for a quick walk. This is the crucial point, that you should be a little bit assertive. You shouldn't ask a question as well. Same thing that we say for the IG, like don't ask a question, instead state it, like say let's exchange IG. Same thing here, you would make it as a statement. And it would be mostly like, okay, let's, you seem so cute, let's grab a quick coffee together. Or let's have a small walk, like I'm walking that way, let's walk together. Another thing to keep in mind is if she suggests something like, oh, I was actually heading to this place to buy something, do you want to join me? Usually I don't do it, and I just tell her like, no, let's walk the other way, it's better, like we'll just do a cute walk, and if you want later you can find your place or whatever. Because you don't want to fall into her frame and again just waste time. It's not about like frame battles, but it's about not wasting time. So you don't want to just follow her on something she was about to already do. So, and then she's like, okay, I have to go now or whatever, and you just wasted time. So don't fall into her frame and just do your own thing that you had planned in mind. And usually, me personally, I just suggest a walk or sometimes a quick coffee, because it makes the illusion of now we're actually on a date. And this is important as a mindset as well. The moment that she says yes and that you agree to do a walk together, you treat it like a normal date. You treat it like you have talked like the day before, and you schedule the date and you do exactly the same things. So that's why I said in the first place, in the beginning, you should be ready to pull her, ready to basically get laid in the same night. Another way to not like waste much time, because if it's like in a more friendly vibe, when you open her, if you open her like in a friendly vibe, and by the way, I'm talking just for solo sets. Rarely I would suggest that you do Instadates with 2 sets or 3 sets or even more. Like even with you are with a wing, I wouldn't suggest 2 sets to run as an Instadate unless you know that you both are going to fuck them, because otherwise it's a waste of time. And this is what this video is about. That's why it's more advanced, because I'm just saying how to not like lose time, because otherwise you just do anything basically. You don't care if you're a beginner, you just talk to girls and you improve. So yeah, for 1 set. Another thing is to be direct enough in the first place, so she knows that she can feel that you are assertive, that you are dominant, and most importantly that you have the killer instinct, which is like basically that you are like same way a hungry lion wants to eat the other animal. Same way you should be feeling like horny enough to fuck her at the same moment. If you feel it, she will feel it as well. Otherwise, it's she will just maybe do a walk with you, and again you will waste time. So I suggest you should be like really direct, which is basically a screening method, and you screen some girls out. The ones that are not down to fuck, they will just leave, and the ones that are like down to fuck obviously, but also the ones mid, maybe they will stay for the instant date. And then again, you just do your instant date. You could do like 30 minutes, 10 minutes walk, 30 minutes in the cafeteria, then another small walk, then you try to pull, you go for the kiss. Everything is like a normal date after this. But up to that point, you treat it like as a normal date. Having said this, and especially the thing that I said before about hair logistics, there have been occasions that because, for example, I was shooting a video for our students to show them, like I was in the metro and I was doing the facial exercises, like to relax my face, and I send them like a video of me doing it inside the subway to show them that, hey, I do this exercise as well. So when I tell you guys, you go out and before you go out do these exercises, don't feel like a weirdo. I'm a weirdo as well, and I do them on the metro. Anyways, I was shooting this in a video, and when I stopped the video, obviously I was feeling like super anxious because I was like the weird guy doing this inside the metro, and I saw a girl noticing me. We just smiled. I was like, I looked here from the hills to the top, like this, and I was like, fuck, I have to say hi now, because she was obviously like looking at me and we were smiling. So I just go close to nearby. We just talk, she was like, we would be so close immediately. Obviously it's a metro and you're close to the other person as well, but she would be so comfortable being close to me. And we had only like one station left. I would go down and I asked her, what are you doing now? And she's like, I have to go to a lesson, because she was a teacher and she had a lesson like in 10 minutes. And I also was going to another lesson as well. And in the same 10 minutes. It was like 7:30, I remember that. I was like, okay, you come down with me on this stop, and you get, because she had to move on, but I was like, okay, come down with me on this stop, and she just follows me. We go on, we stand in front of the metro, like we get out of the how's it called, like of the train basically. Everyone leaves upstairs, and we just sit there and we chat for a while. And I remember, because it was so on from the first, like now this is 5 minutes total of interaction, and she was so on. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Is she with someone? Is this a setup? Is this like will she steal anything from me? I was so like stressed, because it was so fast, and after the exercises, that I was like a weirdo that I was doing this. So I still had the anxiety, but again I went for the kiss. And she was a bit skeptical, so at this moment I was like, okay, it's real. And I was like, she initially said that I have to go to pee. I want to pee. And in this moment it clicked, because I knew that it had like a store. If you go outside from the station, of the metro station, it had a store, like let's say McDonald's. And I knew that I could pull in the bathroom, in the toilets. So when she said this, I was like, okay, there is a McDonald's upstairs, let's go. And we just started going. We were holding hands. When we went outside the metro, I think first we kissed, and then I was like, okay, we go here, the place is here. We go inside, because I know already where the toilets are, so I didn't want to waste any time ordering something. We just go straight to the toilets. I take her to the men's bathroom, and I'm like, you go in first, and then I'll join you, because it was already down to fact, the whole scenario. But she obviously wanted to pee first, so she goes inside, she pees, and then she opens the door. I just enter, and we had sex basically in the toilets there. And this all happened so quickly. We were late in our lessons, both like maybe 15 minutes late. So I wanted to say this story as to explain like how weird it was, and how crazy things like that can happen. And she was really hot as well, and she was tall, and it was easy to fuck her like while standing anyways. And yeah, even though the logistics that I said in the beginning, that you should take care of her logistics sometimes, if you have like a good game and you find the right girl, then you can make everything happen. And if she likes you a lot, she will stop anything that she doesn't follow you basically. So that's it, Instadates. Let me see how that goes. If you want, you can ask me anything in the DMs on the Rubros Dating Instagram. I'll also probably put a link in the caption, in the description below, to go to my IG, and you can ask me anything you want. Cheers!